And now I'm going to do the crystals. And I think I'm going to white out the lines first. And then, or maybe I make them pink first and then I white out the lines. How do you do that? I'm all making them pink. And this dragon type, I'm going to make blue. So I love the colors that I'm using as well. And for the lightest color of pink, I use 119. And I'm just going to put it on the whole crystals. Then I'm whitening the lines out, and after that I'm going to add more colors. I'm going to add darker pink. Okay. And I'm working from right to left because then I'm not smudging. And I'm using a jelly roll. You can also use Posca pen or another acrylic marker or another gel pen. If you hear some sounds in the back, my bird is eating and playing with his food dish, which I don't really like, but oh well. So I'm whitening out all of those little lines as well, because otherwise it wouldn't really be cohesive if you leave those lines. Maybe we have to add some spark. I do have a pink Posca with glitters. And I might get a set of jelly rolls. I've been looking for the jelly roll sets, but they don't really have a set with all of the colors. I can I can buy them the big set that they have, I think with 24 pens in them, and then they also have the moonlight, I guess, and a few more maybe. But that's really confusing for me. I just want a set where all the pens are in and I just buy one thing and then I'm done. That's what I want. Just buy one thing and then, yeah. But life doesn't work that way, does it? And they do sell them open stock as well. And I found a website here in the Netherlands that also does that, so maybe I'll just check, because I do have the next to the white one I also have a yellow glitter, an orange glitter, and I think a silver glitter or gray glitter. I don't know how to call it. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I think so. I'm still so flabbergasted by the subscribers. Yesterday when I went to sleep it was 95 and I was like, oh, when will it be 100? And this morning when I woke up it was 98, and then yeah, I have been refreshing a little bit because I was like, oh, when will it be? And then around I think 10 and I was at work and I was like, yes, I have 100. But I didn't really tell anybody that I have a YouTube channel, except my boyfriend. He's the only one that knows it at this point, so I just kept it to myself, but it was a little small happy dance. Okay, I'm getting the Pink Matter Lake 129 and then the Fuchsia 123. I'm going to follow the lines a little bit to get more contrast. And I have to remind myself to do the crystals on the other page first before continuing on the dragon. This page takes way longer than I thought, but it's just because I have to do another page at the same time. I underestimated it. Okay, so I got the middle tone pink and I'm just going to put a little color next to the lines. Not coloring the whole thing, but just a little bit next to all the dark lines. So it gets a little bit of a soft blend into the crystal, the rest of the crystal. And it's starting to look like something. Binky. My bird, his name is Binky, so sometimes I just have to call him a little. Okay, I think I like it. I'm going to get my Posca to get some effects. You saw my Binky again. That's okay. Alright. My Posca. This is the one. I got this for my birthday. For my boyfriend. I really expected it because I already got the Artex markers, but I also got a Posca pack and it was amazing. And I'm not sure, I think I'm going to make, yeah, I'm making like little stars on some corners. I'm not sure if I like it, but whoa. Okay, I'm making the stars a little smaller, so it's more like dots. Follow the line a little bit here. Yeah, I'm going to follow some lines. Not all of them, just a little. I just want them to shine. And I think I'm also going to do a little bit of white dots in the water, so you see that they shine in the water. Something like this. Please let me know what you think. I'm just making little dots around them. To give them a little spark. Sometimes it's just experimenting a little. I did do crystals before, but they're always different, and I also want to use different colors. So I was thinking of doing a little bit of a rainbow-ish, but it's okay like this. They're pink. I'm going to color in this dragon, and I'm doing it in the color blue. Oh, this is the same color as the sea, so I'm not going to use that. This one. Okay, so the lightest blue is cobalt turquoise 154. Then we have light phthalo blue. Then we have middle phthalo blue. Phthalo, how do I pronounce it? I don't know. 152. And the darkest one is cobalt blue greenish 144. I don't really think this is greenish, do you? I think this is really blue. I'm not sure if it... Yeah, well, that's okay. I am going in with the darkest color again. I had a really good night's sleep. It was busy today. Oh, just taking a sip. Okay. It was busy today. So, I think I mentioned before that I have a pet rescue charity and I run this from home. And I can talk a little bit more about it. Maybe I will do some Q&A if you actually want to, but since I only have 100 subscribers, I don't think anyone wants to know a lot about me, but that's the thing I can talk about, you know? But yeah, I run a sanctuary. It's a hospice for small pets. And since it's a hospice, I have to go to the vet a lot and then he will put them to sleep. I think this is his gums, so I'm going to color that pink. Yeah, so I'm kind of, how do you say it? I'm not used to it because it's still sad, but I'm okay when the animals are old and they have had a good life, and you know, then I'm pretty okay with it, because they just cannot live forever, just like we cannot. And today I had to let go of a guinea pig. His name was Dirk. And I took him with me to my sanctuary from my job because I work with small pets, the rodents and the rabbits. Yeah, and he wasn't really the best, you know. That's why they asked me to take him. Or actually, I needed a friend for a guinea pig I had that was alone. And yeah, he had some issues, but they were getting worse, and he was losing weight a lot. And yeah, it was probably also his kidneys. And for dogs and cats you have kidney diets, but for the rodents and for the smaller animals you don't really have that. So he was losing a lot of weight, his teeth weren't all that good, and he had more issues. So we decided that he shouldn't be in pain, and I let him go. And then also two pet rats. They're so cute. I hope you are not creeped out and going away now, but rats actually are really nice animals. Really loving animals. And these two, they had tumors and they were too old to survive operation, because I do operate them if they're okay and they're not too old. These two were already old. So that's what I call a sad day. And I always write a little message about them, a little post about them on my sanctuary page. It's in Dutch, so I'm not going to share any of it, but yeah, that's how I cope with it. And people are really nice and they feel with me, and that makes everything a little bit easier. So I'm okay with putting them to sleep and being the last owner. And yesterday I also received my I don't know how to explain in English, but when you have a charity, you can go to the organization where you pay taxes and you ask them to I have to think how to explain this. It is called ANBI status, and it means you are you're getting, well, when someone gives you a donation in money, then they have they can get the tax back. That's actually what it is. It's way better to explain in Dutch, but I hope you understand a little. So people are hopefully more willing to give donations to the animals. And I'm head over heels in the animal branch. Love it. But I think this is also why I love coloring this much. Sometimes it's so emotional and so hard and harsh. Especially since I do a lot of shelter work and work with the animals that get abandoned. And it's really nice to see them getting new homes and getting loving families, but sometimes it's just hard. I don't know why I didn't do this one, these, because I was talking too much, I guess. Uh-oh. And I'm not sure what to do with this. It looks like some kind of crystal, I guess, but I'm not sure if I'm going to color it like a crystal. We'll see. First we'll do the rest. Sometimes, even in the Kerby Rosanes book, where you see what the creatures are, you can use your imagination. And I think that's something that you really have to understand when you start coloring in these books, that sometimes you don't really understand what a little object or thing is, and then you just go with it and don't get agitated and don't color anymore. Just go with it. It's just coloring, you know. Everything you're doing is great. You're doing great. And as I mentioned yesterday, or for you a few minutes ago, I would love to hear what you're coloring at the moment. If you're watching and coloring, or just lying in bed, or I don't know, making dinner, folding laundry, what are you doing? This is so much detail to color in every detail apart from each other, so I'm just going over a little, and sometimes a little more where there's more detail. I totally found out by doing this color along that I do want to make something pretty, really, but I also just want to get it finished. And although I'm working hours on one page, I don't want to work longer than necessary to make it really pretty. Oh, I'm not sure this color is what I like. Okay, you know what? I'm going to get another color and then blend it into the other color. So the back of the dragon or tail, or is it a sea creature? I don't know. I just assumed it was a dragon, but you don't really see the rest of it. Maybe it's a sea dragon. But, well, I'm going to get this color. I don't know if it's better, but I don't really have another color that I think I can fit in here at the moment. This is Cobalt Green, 156. I'm going to blend it a little. So the back is a little lighter, and then I'm going in with this little bit darker color. Oh, and maybe I should do the color that comes next. But that's a lot darker, so I'm going to try going over this again, because sometimes I'm looking at what I've done, and then I'm like, nope, there's just too much white or spots that I don't like yet. But I'm going over the whole dragon with the lightest at the end, as some kind of burnishing. Oh, this one is the Cobalt Turquoise. Turquoise? I can say it, but not on camera. 153. Turquoise. 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 I don't know. It's okay, you understand me, right? As long as you understand me, I'm okay. Yeah, I like this better than just a light color. Maybe I'll make the I wanted to color the zit, but oh my, the crystal type thing, stone, I'll make the light green, green, the light blue. Well, half of these blues say it's green, but I don't think so. I think it's just blue. Oh, I'm feeling so much better today. And I have ceramics, my words, ceramics class this evening, but I asked if I can do class another day, the class of today, and she was okay with that. My teacher is really nice, really nice woman. And when you want to cancel a class and do it another time, she's totally okay with that. And I really like that. It gives some sense of freedom, and yeah. I'm also doing a study at the moment with 4 days that we have to be somewhere. We have to be present at the day, the offline day. And if you miss one, you cannot graduate this year. You have to do it next year. So I'm so scared. The next Friday is the last day. I'm so scared that I'm getting ill or something, or that I cannot make it. I think it will be all right. Right. I'm still not really sure about the colors, but it's different than the sea, and that's kind of what I was going for. So I'm going over with the lightest, and then I'm going over the whole dragon, just to give it some kind of burnish effect. You can use the burnisher as well, but I like that it gives more color now. And it will be a little bit lighter than it is now. Yeah, it's going a little lighter, but you can see the difference. It's nice. It's more cohesive to go over the lightest with the lightest color in the end. You're getting a better blend into the other colors. At least that's what I think. I also do it like this. Almost every flower I do it like this. Also love coloring flowers. I really hope to get enough subscribers soon so I can start polls and things like that. Because I really want to know when I tell you something, and it's always about me because, yeah, you're not here live when I'm recording it. But I really want to know what you guys are like to color the most. Is it maybe portraits or flowers? It's not my favorite, but I like it. Or is it creatures like this? Do you like the bold and cozy or the more intricate pages like I do? Well, I think so if you're watching this, but maybe you're just watching because you're scared and you just want to have a companion to color these pages. I would love to be your companion for that. That's why I also named the first video in the series, Let Me Take Your Hand. I really love that. I love that the colorist community is so kind and warm, and everybody is helping each other, and that's so nice. I really like that. Okay, so what do you think? I think I'm getting my white gel pen again. And then maybe I'm going over with one of the pinks I used for the crystals at the bottom. I think maybe I will get the lightest pink and go over. I'm not sure. First I'm going to do his tongue so the gel pen can dry a little. And the deep red for that. This guy had the scarlet red, I guess. Well, deep red is good. Maybe I'm going in with a darker color for the shadows a little. When I would be at sea, I'm never at sea, but if I find myself on a boat one day, I don't want to encounter this beast. It's so scary. Let's see. Yeah. So for the tongue I used deep red, 223, and then I'm going in with madder, 142, just to get a little bit of shadow going. And I'm just putting the shadow where Kerby has the most lines. Yeah, it's really subtle. Then I'm going to get a color for his gums. And maybe I'll do his teeth ivory as well. I don't really like the whites because a beast like this doesn't have white teeth. He doesn't. Ivory. Oh, I'm sorry. That was my sneeze. I hope I didn't scare you. Hay fever season started, so ironically, even though I'm working with animals that eat hay, I have hay fever. Okay, so I did the ivory on the teeth, and now I'm going to get the flesh color. Oh, this is cinnamon. I want to have the flesh color. Yeah, the medium flesh, 131. Just for his gums. He really has healthy gums. I'm not sure if these are gums as well, but I don't think so actually. Now I'm looking at it, but well, they are now. Okay. Then I'm going over the crystal for the last bit, and I'm using the light magenta, and that's the same light color I used on the crystals. Just going over a little, just for a little bit of shading. Yeah, I don't know if that comes out like I want to. I'm going over the whole thing now. Okay, I'm getting the fuchsia. I'm sorry, that's 123. Just to put in a little bit of color, and then I'm going to give it a little shine. I think that's what's missing. So it's shining on his scales like this. Okay, back again. I did the second dragon. Looks alike, doesn't it? I hope so. Okay, so now it's on to the horse. It's really tedious to do a page twice, and I don't really like it, but I do want to color this whole book. I'm going to do the horse, and I wanted to do a black horse, but I don't know why. I'm really scared to do that. Okay, so I'm getting the Bister for the highlights. The Van Dyke Bister is 179. Van Dyke Brown is 176, and then the shadow is 280, Burnt Umber. And maybe I'll do the mains so a little bit more orangey or red, but we'll see. And I'm going to stop with the flickering motions, and I really am going to do circular strokes because I think that will look better. And I'm just in the experimenting phase of this book, so that's okay. As long as we're having fun coloring it, right? And I was really confused about this part because I think this might be a wave. But on the other hand, the droplets that go down here don't look like a wave. So maybe this whole part is a wave, but I'm going to draw this as the horse. And even I put blue in this and I erased it. Maybe you can see it a little bit. So I'm just going to assume that everything except for this little splash is the horse. And this is the creative inside again. Just creating your own idea of it. Everything is fine. Going to do this in shadow color because that's under the water. So there are so many coloring books that I love. I also really want to do a video series with reviewing new coloring books or something, but on the other hand, that I have to keep buying them. But well, buying and coloring are two whole different hobbies. And at the moment I'm okay. I'm not wanting, yeah, I do have a wish list with lots of books, but I'm not, I don't have the need at this moment. Oh, now I'm doing the mains. But yeah, at the moment I'm not really in a state that I really need to buy something new. I know I have to do this with a brush, but I don't have a brush right now on me. Okay, so the mains, I'm going to make this the main. So this can be shade, and then, yeah. This is the ear, and it can be a little bit darker. Look at the angry eyes. Oh my. So what was I saying? Yeah, about the coloring books. I don't know. I would love to do some kind of like one book a month that just came out or something that just released. I mean, but that's a lot. because that's not the only books that I would love to buy. So I also buy books to finish, to really color in them, as long as I enjoy them, of course. And that's what it's about, not always having the newest stuff, but using what you have. And thinking about that a lot, because on the one hand, I have seen some new releases that I love so much, and of course I buy them sometimes, like this one is a new book, and I really look forward to this. So that's okay, but do I have to buy a new book every so often, or how can I color each book when I buy one book a month, you know? Because I'm not coloring 60 pages a month. Well, I have to say, in this month, it's April right now, and it's the 17th. I hope I can upload this video today, but I have been coloring so much. I really have to do some kind of, yeah, I haven't been coloring for a while, so now I'm doing everything to make up all the pages I didn't color the last, well, I think 2 years or so. But this will be yeah, no, some kind of record. That I won't be doing again very easily. Okay, so now I'm going over with the bistar. I hate doing the edge. I always get so frustrated by coloring the edges. Am I the only one, or? Because it just goes off and then it doesn't feel right or something. I think it's a pretty, oh no, don't do that. Don't do it again. I think it's a pretty light horse for being this, looking as dark. That's okay. I can always go over if I don't like it, if I want them darker. It's better to have colored too light than too dark. Because when it's too dark, you cannot fix it that easily. So while I'm doing the other page that matches this one, the Simba page, I guess it was, so forgetful. I'm watching other YouTube colorists, and I enjoyed so much. I really like all the videos, and everybody has their own style. In some videos you just see the hands, and some videos you just see people all the time, like the person that's doing the videos. And I like that everybody just does what they like, what they feel like, you know. He's drooling. His drool is also brown. That's okay. That's nice. Yeah, but I like the community and love seeing what everyone's doing. I really feel like his teeth has to be red, but just waiting with that for a bit because I'm not sure. Maybe when I see it, I'm like, no. Oh no. Yeah. Going outside of the line. at 35. Well, most of the times I don't. So that's nice. Sometimes I'm just looking at this horse like, do I like him like this? Or I think I do like the colors, but I'm going to add a little bit more of the darker colors when I'm done. I'm really curious how many hours it will take to finish the whole book. I think I'm already maybe 2 or 3 hours, no, maybe more. I think at least 3 hours in, but that's for this page and the other one. And that's just the name page. It's not even a whole page yet. And I just can't wait to get started on the Rapunzel page. That's the first whole page. So we did the title page in the last video, and then the name page is this one, and then we have the copyright page which has the border from the Pinocchio one, and after that it's Rapunzel, and I think after that it's the dancing shoes, the shoes that keep on dancing, and then yeah, well, there's a girl that's wearing those shoes, so she turns into a skeleton. I think that's really creepy for some reason. And we have a, what do you call it, prep bark? Something like Disney, you know, a park with roller coasters. And we have a really Dutch one. And then you have Sprookjesbos, which translates to fairy tale forest. And it's really fun for kids, but for adults as well. I don't have kids and I like it. But in the forest, there are these dancing shoes, and you can watch them and they're just dancing by themselves, and then you can read something about the fairy tale. And that's what I am thinking about when I think about the page, like, oh yeah, the park is called Efteling, by the way. And it's actually not far away from where I live. I think it's a 30-minute drive or something. We're not really going often. I'm not really into parks like that. I do like Disney, but that's further away. We have Disneyland in France, Paris. And yeah, it's not in this country, but it's in Europe, so you can go visit. And maybe I want to do that sometime. But first we want to buy a house, and I'm not going anywhere while my dogs are still here. I also don't like getting a pet sitter for them because they never had a pet sitter. I always was there for them, and I don't want to have them what do you call it? Get used to, that's it. I don't want to have them get used to something new at this age. Okay, I like it now. It's a little bit darker. The mains. I don't know, but I'm going to try, and then I'm not going to press as hard on this one. Okay. This is a combination that I wouldn't think about as fast, but sometimes you just have to go with your creative energy. And maybe it sucks, but at least I tried. Sometimes I'm just telling myself, okay, I did the best I can, and that's okay. Sometimes you need it. You need to say it to yourself in life that you're doing the best you can. You're good as what you're doing is good, and you're trying your best. That doesn't really have to do anything with the coloring, but maybe also, but also, yeah, other life choices or things you do in life. Especially when you're really hard on yourself. I can relate. Trying to be better. We're just humans. I actually would love to do some kind of, how do you call it? Affirmations for you, with you, while coloring. That would be nice. Oh, we can do it. Just repeat after me. I am worthy. I am strong. I can do whatever I feel like. I'm kind. That's nice, right? Really hope you're talking with me. And you're feeling it too. Because you are kind. And you are doing the best you can. I would love to show people that they're good. Since I'm working with animals, and also doing, I'm going to start doing grief coaching. I hope. That's another study I'm doing. And it occurs to me that so many people have a lot of guilt. Last I spoke to someone who always adopts hamsters, which is really cute. And she's so nice to them. Okay, I'm going into red and violet. And this woman, she was like, yeah, but they died so horribly, and maybe I did something wrong. And she was talking about hamsters that she had like 5 years ago. And I told her, you did the best you could for them, and if it weren't for you, they didn't have such a good life. And especially at the end, you have to choose for them, and whatever you choose, when you love your animal, you will choose what's best for them. So you're never egocentrical or you cannot make the wrong decision, because that's the thing. When you just you know, if you only know you made the right decision afterwards. And sometimes you're saying like, yeah, I had to do this or this, or when I knew, if I only knew, you know, but you don't know it at the moment. So what you do is make the best decision at the moment. Okay, I actually love this. I'm getting the Patello green. Why do they have weird names like that? I'm just doing that line. And then I'm getting the cream color for his teeth. It's a little bit more yellow than the ivory. Horses do have yellow teeth most of the time, so I think it fits. Okay, so that's cream 102. So the next object I want to color, you see a lot of colors here, and I'm getting a little bold maybe, but I would love to do some kind of rainbow-y egg, and already got my color, so that's a little bit faster maybe, because I actually don't really know if you like these really long videos, or that I need to hurry a little bit. But I'm just trying something here, so bear with me. I've never done this before. I want to create some kind of rainbow egg. And I don't know if it's nice. Maybe it's horrific. But we'll see. I also don't know why I picked the gray. Maybe for in between colors. I just picked it and now I already don't know why. Oh god. Jeez. It's okay. Yeah. I don't think it's my best work, but maybe I can start experimenting a little bit with rainbow-ish. I think it is okay, but that I make the circle with the red is too much. And then I'm going over with the cold gray too, and I used yellow, light chrome yellow, pink madder lake, scarlet red, grass green, and middle phthalo blue. I'm not sure. I was like, maybe this bird is some kind of special bird that has really colored eggs. Also, it's almost Easter, so I never have eggs here. I don't eat animal products, so I don't have eggs in the home. So I also don't paint them Easter. Also, I don't really have kids, so I did it when I was younger. It's not particularly something that stuck with me, but I know I did it. I know we had eggs that we could paint, and we had an egg holder that was like this, and then you click the egg in between, and then you got the same paints you get with the paint by number in the little plastic tins, you know, with the lids that you cannot really open very well. And then the most horrific paintbrush. I remember so well. And then you just put a little color on it and call it a day. Well, everything to keep your kids busy for a few minutes, right? Okay, I think with blending the colors more, it gets a little more character maybe. But it really does look like the Easter eggs I did as a child. Okay, that didn't turn out as horrible as I thought it would. Just because I put the colors all on top of each other and blended them and tried some things. It's not the best thing I did though, but it's it's something. Yeah, that's what it is. It's something. So now I'm going to do the paws of the bird, and oh wait, I will keep these out for the other page, but I'm going to do the paws right away, and they are going to have a little bit more. They have brown and orange, so I'm going to get some brown and orange, maybe a darker one. These pencils are so loved. Can you see how small they are? So cute. I'm going to test out the browns. Yeah, this is a nice color in between brown and orange. Yeah, I like it. So I have two darker colors, the dark orange and the darker brown, and then two lighter. And by no means I am some kind of professional colorist or something. I just do this for fun. So it's just feeling. This is the feeling I'm going with, and that's just put down the darkest brown over the shadow bits, and I'm not sure if I do both on screen or that I'm going to do some off screen. Because it's a lot of the same, but I don't want to bore you. Yeah, I'm going to do this little paw and then this on screen, and then the rest of it I'm going to do off screen, so you're not get bored with me. I hope you're still not bored, but who knows. Most of people already left, so I'm happy you're still here. That's a nail. That's not his spot. Okay, so that was the darker brown. And we go in with the darker orange. And I'm just going over the darker brown and spread it a little bit. So this together is the shade. It's light though. Yeah, maybe just as light balls. Fits the colorful egg. Colorful bird. And we also see his wing here, so maybe his wing is asking for color too. I love to use a lot of colors. You can also see it by the pencils that are smaller. So if you hear a bird screaming, that's Binky. That's my Senegal parrot. Yeah. Maybe he's screaming because he's like, hey, why are you talking to yourself? Can I talk with you? I'm going over with the lightest brown. And then I'm leaving some space. Yeah. That's best. Just leave some space for the orange. Usually I pick 3 colors and then you have a shadow color, some kind of highlighter and a medium color to blend the darker and lightest color together. But now I got 2 light colors and 2 dark colors, so that's not how I actually work. But that's what I feel like, and you should follow that feeling, that gut feeling, because most of the time your gut feeling is right. And also, if you don't experiment, you won't fail, that's okay, but you also cannot grow. So sometimes you just have to do something out of your comfort zone. We have to do the affirmations again, don't we? No. Oh, so fun. And self-love is so important. Ja, Pinky. Ik hoor jou. I told him I hear him. I make that noise sometimes to him, the sound, and then he does it back. That's so cute. And we can do this like 15 minutes at a time or something, just at each other. Pinky. Did you hear that? Yeah. Okay. I might add a darker brown color, but for now I'm going to finish this and then I will be back. Okay, so this is what I came up with. They're slightly different, the eggs, but they look alike, so that's good enough. I still have to do the nails, and I'm getting the gold gray 6 and 4 for this. So first I'm doing the shading with 6. I'm not going to overdo this. And then I'm just going on with 4, and I think that's it. So while I'm coloring this, I'm watching the video of a colorful escape, and she does a color along on Dark Fairytales, but on the Queen of Hearts page from the Alice pages. And what she did to the page is so stunning. I love it so much. So shout out to A Colorful Escape. And now I'm going to eat something and I will see you when I eat. And we are going to do the wing next. I'm going to do the wing now. And I'm going to make this reddish brown bird. So my darkest color is Indian red. Then we have Pompeian red, and lastly Venetian red. So 3 red colors, and then I have a brown, maybe to go over a little bit or for some. Yeah, I think I'm going to start with the brown actually to make some details. Oh, I hate the sound of that. The pencil going off the edge of the paper. So annoying. As I told you before, this is why I love the mythographic books. And I'm not really doing anything neat. I'm just going over a little bit. And then I'm going in with the reds to make it pretty. But just to give it a little dark or brownish tone as well. Because I think this is some kind of predator bird. And it's huge. Maybe it's partly dragon. And since it lays eggs that look like this, yeah. It's a really nice bird. Fantasy bird, dragon type. So now I'm going over with the darkest red. And I'm going to use this quite a bit because I do want to make it dark. And I'm going to do just one feather and then do the rest of it off camera. Because I think it will cost a lot of time to watch this video. And I don't want to make it longer than it has to be. But I guess I'm already doing that. So I'm going over everything with the mid-tone. So you still see the brown coming through. And then I'm going over the last bit with the lightest tone. Or is it not the lightest? I'm not sure which one is the lightest, but this is more pinkish, I guess. Okay. Okay, so this is it. I'm going to do the whole wing and then you'll see me back again. So this is how it turned out. It's okay. I see I have to erase a little bit between the feathers, but that's okay. So now for the sea monster type creature, I'm going to give him olive green yellowish, 173. Chromium green opaque, 174. And then chrome oxide green, 278. And that's the color I'm starting with. And I'm going to make the under sides of his tentacles, I guess they are. I'm going to make them darker. Not sure what this is, but I think also his tentacles. So those are gonna be dark. I hope you can see it. Just putting my hand like this. Alright, alright. Still getting used to YouTube. I still can say it, but I don't know how much longer. And this I'm going to do the inside of his mouth black. That was Binky again. He's really talkative today. That's cute. I like it when we have conversations that have meaning. Toch, Binky? Oh, he's climbing. I hope you can hear him and not just only me. Binky! Did you hear that? He's saying his own name. That's the only thing he can say. He's not like parrot that says a lot of things, but just his name. Binky. Binky. Dat is een goeie jongen. I really have to put the page down, so my fingers look a little bit weird. Also, I'm sorry for my nails. I just see that, yeah, I've been busy in my animal room and I really have to think about cleaning my nails afterward thoroughly, because with washing your hands you don't get the dirt off. But yeah, so I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry if you see my nails in the future and you're like, that's because I'm an animal pet caregiver. So I just ate. I had a curry with rice, like an Indian curry bowl kind of thing. We like curry. It's easy. You can put any grains in you want, and we try to eat a lot of grains. And rice. Rice is easy, and it tastes so good. In our supermarket you have verspakketten. That's what it's called in Dutch, and it means it's a fresh package. And there are all types of green, and then on the box it says what things you have to buy as well, like rice, and well, it says meat on there, but we don't eat meat, so we buy something else. And then there's a recipe on it, and it's the perfect amount of greens for the recipe, so you can never go wrong with it. And we like it because they're also quite easy to make. They take between 15 to 30 minutes. So okay, with the middle color I'm going to do the rest of the underside of the tentacles, except for the little dots. I'm going to make them darker, I guess. But this is so there's no lighter green in here, so we know that's darker. It's the underside of the tentacle. I'm sorry, sometimes I just have to say something back to him, like, or whistle, or I try not to whistle in video because I think that's really annoying. So my neighbor has canaries, and Binky really responds to them. So that's funny. Sometimes they make a lot of noise, singing really loudly. Also, I think they're listening to music, so I'm sorry if you hear that. Mostly it's not really my style, but maybe it's yours. Everyone is own, right? I think this is going great. Now I'm going over with the lightest color and just color every part that I want to be green. And I think this color combination is really nice. These horns are going to be green as well. These teensy tiny horns. I really like the eyes. They're like on top of each other instead of next to each other. I was thinking, talking a lot, which I don't really mind, but if I have to talk this much, well, there will be a lot of nonsense. So maybe in the next video I will just do parts where I put music, because I think the video itself, it's not hard understanding what I'm doing, I guess. And then I can also speed up the process. So I think this will be a really long one, and then after this I'm trying to make it a little bit shorter. And then speed it up while doing music, and then maybe sometime just talking a little bit. You can also speed it up on YouTube, so I hope you are already doing that at this point. I'm so sorry. I'm getting tired again. I had a rough day, as I told you earlier. And I still have a lot to do, but I was like, nope. I'm going to abandon everything and just color, so I feel better. I even cancelled my ceramics class because I don't feel like it today. And I have never done that. But I'm getting a little more energetic now. I'm coloring for a bit, so. But maybe I'll take pieces out and then hopefully it will all still make sense. Maybe I'll just post a video like this and then next time do better. It's a learning curve, right? But I think I might speed up the process a little in the next videos. Unless you're real-time coloring with me, then I understand that you just want to keep it this way. I love this color. I'm just not sure if I got the middle part. It's because there's a folding line. I'll just keep it like this because otherwise it will be too dark there if I keep coloring over it. Okay, I'm going to do inside the bead black. My teensy tiny black, I already have a new one. I also got an extender, so we'll be using that shortly. And you can also always mute me and just put on music while watching coloring. That's a good idea as well. Alright. I'm going to get a darker green if I have one. Oh, I don't know if I have one. This one is dark. Yeah, this is darker. It's the pine green. I was thinking of the English names of these things, but I don't know at the moment. I will when I stop this video. It's always how it goes. But in Dutch we say zuignappen. Sucking naps. Well, not early naps, but yeah, he's fun. And he has yellow teeth, but really, really yellow. I got the Dark Naples Ochre. And I just do the part where it touches his gums. And he doesn't really have gums, actually. It touches where they connect to him, to his body. Such a cutie, isn't he? That's what my parents told us when we were watching a scary movie or something. They're like, oh, such a cutie, when there was a monster or like the bad guy. I'm going to do this one as well, and I'm making him orange with red, I think. I have a lot of red already, but I just feel like this is some kind of devil thing with fire, so it has to be red. Okay, got it. I just wanted to know if the yellow is on the inside, and it is. Well, at least I guess. And then it's a lot of orange and just a little bit of red. So that's what I'm going to do. Would be even better if there's fire out of his mouth, like he's fire breathing. Oh, but it's fire out of his eye. Maybe that's better. He's wild. My guy, you are wild. Okay, I'm going to pick a lighter orange, actually. The cadmium orange. And then go over the edges of the yellow. And after that, I'm going to do the darker orange. So I think that will look better. I actually love the affirmations thing. Teacher at my study, she always says everything you do should be play, and I love that saying, because when you're playing, you're experimenting, you're finding out new things, and I think that's really nice. Okay, I'm going to do the edges in this darker orange, and I don't even know if I'm going to use the red. I think I do in certain places. Fire. It's my worst nightmare, fire in my home. But I love the warmth when it's in other places. When it's in a safe environment. He's so cute. Pinky has been with me for how many years? I think it was 2016, so that's a while. That's already 9 years or so. And in September it's his birthday, and he will turn, oof, I have to think about that. I think he was from 2008 or something. Which will make him 17. Yeah, I think that could be right. Going over with the yellow again. Yeah, and then I'm going to do the red in certain areas. Oh, what do you think of this fire? I think it turns out really nice, actually. Still not really sure what color I should do him, and I also am thinking about like the flesh color. Maybe that would be nice. Yeah, I'm going to make him like pinkish flesh. And then I hope it will turn out fine. And I'm going to show you again just a part of it, and then I will finish it off screen. All right. I think I'm going to do this, and maybe it will turn out hideous. Maybe it won't. I'm going to do the lightest colors first, the light flesh. It says hell on here, do you see that? Hell. It's a creature from hell, so. Don't you think? Yeah, I think so. And I can also, the reason I'm starting with the light on this piece, on this monster, is because when it's not what I want it to be, I can change it. I can make it darker, and making something darker, as I said, is easier than lighten something up. So if I don't like it, I can throw another color on it, and then it will change a lot. But I think this is funny, actually. Do you think? Is this... it doesn't have horns, but did Kerby mean to say this is some kind of devil figure? He is creepy. Okay, I'm just going to do the head, and then the rest of the body I'm going to do off screen. So the next one is cinnamon. I don't know if you hear that. You might have heard it. Ooh, it broke. You might have heard it more often. That's the air diffuser, how do you call it? Like the air, the home perfume that sprays every now and then. I don't even know how often it sprays, but I think it's empty because I don't smell anything. This beast. Okay, then the darkest one is medium flesh, 131. Oh, he's horrible. So fun coloring this. I also love seeing all the horror coloring books that everyone has. There's so many. I bought one. It's in my last haul video. Or my last one. I don't know if it was my last one, but the one where I spent my birthday money. Minky. And I went to a bookshop in Rotterdam that I really love. And then I just got a small stack of coloring books. Okay, I'm going to do the whole body like this, and I think it's super freaky because it's flesh color. So I think I'm going to leave it like that, and I will be back to finish with the details. So this is him. I think he turned out really funny. I'm going to make the inside of his mouth black, just as his neighbor, like his neighbor. And then I'm going to give the gums the Venetian red color, so it stands out a little. And also this, what is it? I think that should have his own color, don't you think? Because it looks so weird. Alright. And I'm lost with the teeth. I'm going to make them darker yellow, I think. Maybe, yeah. Dark cadmium yellow. That's horrific. And just a little bit. Oh, I forgot his yeah, since he doesn't really have hair, I'm not going to color it like hair, so there it is. And then his nails will also be yellow underneath. Yes. Horrible. Alright, this is him. I'm going to do the monster and the devil guy on the other page, and then we just have this dead pirate left. And I have raw umber 180 together with brown ochre 182 for the steering wheel. And I'm feeling more secure because I already did the dead pirate on the other page. And I kind of like it, but I think the color that I use the most is the same color of the sea. But I don't really mind, so that's okay. So I'm just doing the outline with the darkest brown, and then I'm going in with the lightest. So excited, this page is almost done. I just have to put my name. If you hear something, my dog is snoring really loudly. So happy that there's not a page done. And I would love to do, well, at least one every month, but maybe two. And yeah, if I find the time for a 3, but well, we'll see. I'm happy when I do at least one, and I'm super happy when I do 2. Okay, so for his skeleton color, I wanted to say skin tone, but he doesn't really have a skin, does he? I think this pirate or captain, it's a captain. We don't know if it's a pirate, right? Maybe it's just a captain of a really nice ship. But if he's in this book, chances are small. Oh, I forgot to mention the colors. I picked the ivory again with the cream. And I'm not going to overdo it because it's so small. Then I have this part of his hat that I'm going to do purple, and the rest of it will be, so the hat and the clothing will be all one other color. Well, actually 3 different ones, but within the same color range. And as I mentioned, one of them really, I think I used the exact same color in the sea, so I think I used this one. But I think it came out okay. I'm going to show you. Well, I wanted to show it, but can't find it. You will see when I'm done. Can you see it? Yeah, you can. I'm having so much fun with this book, and I cannot even imagine doing the pages that I love the most. I love the page of Belle. In the library, I think it was, with loads of books. I definitely love all the Alice in Wonderland pages. I love the one in the jungle because it's so different. You see, I colored this as the sea, but it's not sea, so I'm going over it. But the one in the jungle, it's different, and yeah, I think that would be fun. Lots of greens. And there are more that I totally love, so let's see. This is the second darkest, so not the lightest, the one in between. And that's the darkest one was dark indigo, and this one is Indian Treen Blue. Oof, such hard names. And the last one is Helio Blue Reddish. And I think that's one of the colors I used for the sea. But those were my Faber-Castell Albrecht Dürer pencils. And these are the polychromos. So activated, it might look different. So happy to get another video color along in Dark Fairytales online. I'm going to try to do this evening, so I also hope you like it. And I also want to know if it's too much. Well, then you're not here anymore. If you're still here at the end, thank you so much. Love it. We have just a little bit of coloring to do. And this totally will be in my finished pages video, and then I'm going to tell you all about what I like most. Well, I can spoil it. I think I like the Flesh Devil a lot. Oh, I'm trying to go too fast. Do you have the same when you're already almost done? And you start rushing things? That's what I most of the time do. I'm like, yeah, almost done. And then I'm getting so excited. I'm almost done, and I want to show someone or yeah, show you in this case, or get so excited, like, yay, I finished the project. Doesn't matter what project, if it's a coloring page or craft or something. I think it will be lots of fun to show. And I'm really excited for the whole series. Will take a while until finishing this book. But I also love the big projects. And it doesn't matter that it takes a while. The only problem with taking a while is that I do have a lot of ideas. And sometimes I should not just start with ideas while I'm working on different projects, if you know what I mean. Sometimes I'm doing so much and I want to finish it all and do it right, and yeah. But this one I'm so happy about. Ask me again at the end of the book. Okay, I think this page is done. The only thing that it needs is a name. So I want to thank you for your patience, and I will see you in the next one.